Marty would say, here I am. I ain't been here in a while because there ain't nothing going on. I am boring. I got nowhere to go. I got no interactions with nobody. I got nothing to cook. Everything I've either cooked or it ain't worth it of a cook video. And I ain't going nowhere. I'm uninspired. It is the word I used the other day. I'm uninspired. That's what I was telling John. I don't have no videos to make. I can't think of nothing to make. This whole thing's got me completely discombobulated. I'm sad. I'm incredibly sad. I'm depressed. I'm worried. I'm scared. And I don't know how not to be. And I told myself I ain't gonna cry, and I'm gonna hold it back. But I don't know how to be any other way than the way I am. So it just is. But I thought, well, I did want to come and talk to you. I ain't seen you in so long. I miss your comments. I mean, I get some, but when you don't put a video out, there's nothing new to comment on, so I miss y'all. But last night I was sitting in there, and David come walking up about 1 o'clock. I had done been asleep and woke up. I was done. I napped between about 1 and 5 this morning, a little bit. It's as per usual. I would say the nerves of this whole situation keeping me awake, but it ain't, because it's always like that. So it's been like that for a couple of years, year and a half, I don't know, maybe a year. Listen, hard to keep up with stuff now, ain't it? Hard to keep up with the time. But I was sitting there, he come walking through there. I said, what you doing up? He said he was napping. Well, I went to the bathroom and I saw the light on through the door. But he was laying there watching TV in the middle of the night with the daggum light on. Never understood. I like a dark house. He likes a light house. Guess which house we live in? We live in a dark house. Anyway, so he had been napping. He come give me a little snack so he'd go back to bed. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm putting in a Walmart order. He kind of looked at me because, we just got our groceries Friday. And yesterday was Sunday. This is the world I live in now. I will not let anybody go to the store for one thing. We're not even going to the store for anything. I will work my purchases around when I can get a time slot to pick up at Walmart's, to Instacart, Food Line. I haven't done all this yet. I just have done Food Line and Walmart's. I can't get anything at Harris Teeter. I check. I've probably quit checking because they're over a week out. Every time slot filled up because they do their time slots in half-hour increments instead of like Walmart's is like from 7 to 8. There'll be 7:30, 8. None. So I don't even try. Hadn't been inside the store because I'm not sending him in for one thing. I told him last night, and he knows I've already told him. I'm not risking your life to swing by and grab me one thing. We need milk. I thought I had enough and I didn't. Just run out because he eats cereal every day. And I forgot to get his juice. There's some things he likes every single week, like clockwork, and juice is one of them. He's got like 3 juices. He rotates between them, that's it. So, if he forgets to tell me what kind he wants, I can pick one. So I made a whole Walmart order. You have to order $30 worth, but while I was doing it, I went ahead and put some stuff on there that I was out of last week to try to get again this week, because that's where we're at now. If you don't get it one week, then you have to try again the next. So you just do without till you get it, because I'm not sending anybody in the store looking for one thing. It's not going to happen. I'm not going in the store for anything if I can get by with it. It would have to be something awful, special, and really, really needed to get me to walk inside a store. Not doing it. You know why? Because I'm scared. I am scared. I am terrified of catching this disease. Maybe you're not. I don't live there. I don't live in that state of confidence that it's not going to happen. I live in the state of assume everybody has it and don't get in amongst it. I can't help it. I cannot help it. So I will not send him in the store to get just one or two things. That's why I made him. He uses one soap and one soap only our entire marriage. We've been married 26 years. He uses Coast. Won't use another soap. Well, he would if he didn't have it, because he uses a bar, God, about a bar a week. I'm not exaggerating, because I don't want him to hear me if he's laying there. I don't know if he's up yet or not. But when he takes a shower, he looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with all the suds. Cleanest man I know. Ooh, and he's got a body scent. He knows this. He knows I ain't telling tales because I tell him all the time. He has a body scent that is... I have never smelled BO on that man a single day of 26 years, and that ain't no exaggeration. He can be out in the yard sweating like a dog. No BO ever. His clothes, my daughter, she marvels at this. We have never understood. His clothes have a scent completely different from ours. When all four of us were home, I did everybody's laundry. So everybody's laundry was washed in together. His come out smelling like him. His clothes smell like him. So fresh. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm telling you all that. He said, get me some Coast. Well, last week, they was out. They didn't have none. Well, I told him, I said, you're not going to Food Line sells it and Big Lots sells it. You're not going to the store for soap. Well, I gotta have my soap. I said, okay, I got on Amazon. He paid more for it on Amazon, but guess what? I didn't care. Cost of doing business. The cost of doing business today is you're not going to the store. It costed me $20 more to get my groceries delivered from Food Line from what I couldn't get at Walmart's because of the fees and the tip. And I told him, I said, I will tip these people good because they are risking their life for me so I don't have to. They're out there trying to make a living and they're doing a job that I wouldn't do. Couldn't pay me to do it. Could not pay me to go and do shopping in these stores all day long, in and out around people. No. So for them to do that for me, so I don't have to, so I can feel peace of mind, they're getting a good tip. So those groceries cost me $20 more than they should, but cost of doing business. His soap costing more than the store, cost of doing business. And it's considered an essential item, apparently, because they went ahead and shipped it. I have a couple things on order. I have a mic for when I sit out here, because you know I don't talk real loud because I don't want these decking people knowing everything I talk about. That and a couple of, I can't remember now when I ordered a couple things. Said it'd be here April 24th. This was a couple days ago. So Amazon is prioritizing what they ship. So if you need something from Amazon that is not food, I guess, or healthcare type related, then don't expect to get it no time soon. Check your shipping dates, because you might end up ordering it somewhere else. Listen, we got the mosquitoes out here is driving me insane. It was not cold enough this winter. I had one out here the other day big as a daggum dragonfly. I ain't kidding you. Listen, them things, they eat me and Holly up. Ever since I was a kid, they eat me up. I get welts like that. I don't like them. Every time I sit out here, some kind of varmint comes flying by. comes doing a flyby on me. But I was sitting here. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna show you what I've got to show you. I was sitting here. Now, this old man, I call him old man because he's hateful. Not old because he's a senior citizen. Old because he's hateful. I call him the old goat. The old goat. If I ever refer to the old goat, it's my neighbor right beside of me. Okay, so these houses were built in 1971. They moved in. We moved in. I was a kid. Mama and my brother and her husband. Growing up, I babysat his twins, okay? Now, he's an alcoholic, and he's not a happy one. No, he's mean. He's mean. The things he's done to my mama, and the things he's done to us, living here, I like to shout things over at him. Well, when I catch him, that's why I sit here. You can't, from where I sit, our houses are completely 100% lined up even. So his bedroom is at the end. He'll sit over there. Anything that goes on, he's the nosiest. Oh my gosh. I have never known anybody. I'm nosy. That man, he takes nosy to a different level. This is what I was going to tell you. But he'll sit there, and if you're where you can see the window there, the end of the house, he's got them mini blinds. It'll do this. He's like a cat. You can't see nothing but that eye. You can't see. So we apparently can't see the blind raised up. He don't miss nothing. There is nothing that goes on in this house that he don't see. We got robbed back when we were doing the house. We had to gut the house. I mean, down to the seals that go under the wall. David rigged up a jack. We couldn't have afforded the house jack people. No way we could have afforded them. So he studied on it, because he's a studier. If he'll have to do something, he will not quit till he figures it out, and that is the truth. He's very detail oriented, and he will study something to death. But he figures it out, and he saves his money. So he figured out how to use cement blocks and boards and bottle jacks, and he jacked this house up and pulled that rotted seal out because we had water damage. Well, Mama did when she lived here, because we're on the corner and we're the lowest place on the whole. That's why he built graded the backyard down, because our driveway was in the back and it comes straight down to the house like this. And he won't stop any more water damage once we have it all rebuilt. So anyway, we tore out the whole entire. There was nothing left of this house but the dirt on the bottom. He even took out the footings in the middle. He took everything out, and then he had to jack it up and replace the seals around there in the back. You better know. And we were living in an apartment, and then we moved to a house. For like a year, we were living away from home while we were working on the house, because we were having to pay for it, as we go. No small feat. He would come down, he snoops. He would come down here and try to tell our workers what to do. And if we look at his grass, oh my gosh, don't even look at it, much less touch it. He broke out on you. Well, he watches everything we do. He come down. I called him one day. I'm telling you what. I called him one day. I had left to go somewhere, And where I live, I'm like, there's a little block, so I can go here, up beside the house, back across. There's like just 2 houses in a road. And then there's another road that comes right back around to the house, so I had forgot something. So I swung back around to come to the house and get it. By the time I'm telling you, a handful of houses, I got up there and turned back and come down here. He was already in my yard, coming down here looking out windows. I pulled up and I stopped my car and I looked over. He turned around and he just started slinking on back to his house. Those are the things he has done. He cut my mama's up, and that yellow bell bush is still out there, up in the corner. He gets drunk and he does things. He cut her bush down one night. He just come out here and started cutting the bush down. She had a plum tree that the limbs laid over. They didn't touch his fence, but you know how trees grow. Did y'all know trees grow limbs? He would cut them limbs off and fling them back across the fence over into this yard. So one day, oh my gosh, one day, this when Holly was still living here. RJ had already moved on, and Holly was living here before she ever got married. And when he cuts his tree limbs and bushes, we have pickup. The city picks that stuff up. He will drag it to the line so it's closer to our house and not in front of his house, because his house is so perfect. His house was built the same as mine was. It ain't no better than mine. So that's what he does. We caught him one day. This man is crazy. And the reason I know it was him was because his son brought him a new mattress. Because I seen his son had the mattress in his truck. So I knew he got a new bed. We went somewhere, me and Holly did. David was at work. And I can't remember where me and Holly went. And when we come home, there was a daggone mattress in my front ditch for the garbage man to pick up. I'm gonna tell you what. You don't know. You know what crazy. I lost it. I pulled that car up and I said, come on. We got out there. We dragged that thing back up there and put it up in his yard. How? That's the kind of stuff we live with. We have lived with ever since we've been here, since 1998. You know, David told me, he's bad in health. He's got poor health. David told me, you know, been a while, he said, if that man had ever treated us like something, he said, I would bend over backwards to help him in the time that he's needed somebody. He said, I'd bend over backwards to help him. I said, I know you would. I don't care, call it what you want, he ain't getting our help. He ain't getting nothing from us. He has treated us like dirt, and we ain't never done nothing. I'm telling you, I babysat his youngins. Oh, well, I'll tell you all that, but I was going to tell you, he thinks he's slick. He's got a screened-in back porch, and it overlooks our yard because, like I said, we're the lowest, and he's got a shop in the back where he makes things. He goes up there. I ain't kidding you. When David's in the backyard doing something, whether he's out in the building working on something, don't matter what he's doing. When he was working on the house, the man about nearly died of figuring out what we was doing. He would tell our workers, he'd come down here and tell our workers what to do, the whole 9 yards. He'll go up in that shop of his and start running the saw. If you're out in the yard, you ain't never seen him carry a piece of wood or a project or nothing from that house to that shop. And we see him. If we're outside, we see him. Before his health went down, he not that much. Now he's starting to warm up. We'll see. He'll run up there and just start running that saw. And you can see him in his doorway. He beats all I ever see. Okay, so one day in particular, he's done it more than once, but one day in particular stands out. David's out there doing something on the house. I went out there to talk to him, and the way his screen porch comes out, the door goes to the other side of his yard, and he's got a big old bush right there beside the door. Well, I can see the bush, the shadow through the screen. So I'm just standing there where I'm standing talking. It's just natural. When I sit here and talk to y'all, I just kind of sit here and do this. So I was talking to Dave, and I was just doing this. And I saw something. And I'm doing one of these, like, what? The shadow all of a sudden did this. That bush had grown a head. He was behind that bush doing this, watching David. And when he saw me see him, he just ever so gently, he didn't jump. He just eased on back up behind that bush. Well, I had a few things I hollered up there. Let him know. I ain't gonna tell you what I said. Really, I don't remember what I said. I've said so many things to him. If I catch him looking, he goes out of his way. He's not just there and happens to, well, I see what you're doing. He goes out of his way to snoop and spy on us. And so I have things to say across the yard. I wave at him every now and then. I can't help it. He's been so mean to us. He bring it out of me. Hey, listen. He bring her out. I need to name her. Sometimes she needs a name. Anyway. Oh God, that man. Now I'm getting worked up thinking about him. Hold on, I'm gonna show you what I do have to show you. Gosh, that's cold. Okay. First of all, I ain't been out here talking to you, doing nothing, so I ain't had a chance to show you. I got a card with warm thoughts of you, sending this to keep in touch and let you know you're cared about and thought of often. And of course, there's right in there, and that is from Katie Foster. So thank you, Katie. Then I have another one. The little Easter bunny. Thinking of you makes me happy. Have a wonderful Easter and a happy spring. And I got a smiley face. And that is from Cheryl Hernandez. So thank you, Cheryl, for thinking of me. Ooh, got to blow off. Let me catch it. I just want to show you my cards because I do. This is what I do. Now, I am working on a couple things. I still watch my TV. That ain't gonna quit. I said in my tag video I could try to quit watching so much TV, but that ain't gonna happen. So I have I have things I can do while I'm watching TV. Because I sit in that chair because I can't do nothing else. So I sit in that chair all day long, except for little, projects here and there, folding clothes, cooking. Nothing fun. There's nothing fun to do because I can't do it. So I have a couple things I can do while I'm sitting there with the TV on. This is the first thing. I had bought this kit because I do those kits where they're stamped on. I used to could do I'm not going to all that trouble, not at this stage of my life, where you buy the iron-ons and, figure up your colors and buy the particular numbers. And, I'm just going to go for the kits. Everything you need is in it. Everything. You don't have to think about it. You just embroider by the color. You look on your little guide that tells you what stitch to use on each thing, and you just do it from there. So I had bought this way before this stupid virus thing come about, and so I've been working on that. I thought, well, it's good enough time to get it out, ain't it? Then be strong, believe in yourself. Now, I can't shade and do all that. I just strictly color like a child. Solid colors. This is from that book that Charlene sent me. So Charlene, thank you. I've been doing my coloring. She sent me the color book and the gel pens. I don't know if y'all remember that a while back. Oh, that made me think. Because she bought it when we were hoping I was going to get some surgery and, everything just took forever. My appointment, since I did all my pre-op and cardiology and all that, my appointment is coming up this Thursday, the 9th. And so far, I kept the appointment. I have not gotten anything, that said cancel or anything like that. Well, the other day, I got a phone call that they were doing, our senator and congressman was doing a telephone town hall, and I was one of the households that got to join if I wanted to, and it was about the virus, and of course I did. It was very informative and very interesting. But while I was on them with the house phone, my cell phone rang, and I immediately recognized that area code, and then under it said Durham. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. I knew it was coming. And it was his secretary, and she said, well, we're calling to reschedule appointments. I said, yeah, I kind of figured you would. She said, but, I'm like, okay, what? She said, Dr. So-and-so said, if you would like, you can do a video appointment. Would you like to do that? I said, yes, I would. So Thursday morning, regular appointment time, I get to do a video appointment. So I'm excited about that. Now, do I think I'm going to have a surgery? No, I don't. And you know what? I don't think I could, as much pain as I'm in, without revisiting the whole thing. I can honestly tell you 24/7, there's not a minute without some level of pain. Most times are worse than others. But there's never, there's a blue jay. Them is mean birds. Blue jays are mean. They're beautiful, but they're mean. I haven't seen a cardinal yet this morning. I always get cardinals. Trying to see if I see one in the trees are just budding. My water oak out here, he's getting real full. For long, we would see them houses in front of me. What used to be my woods when I got my porch. Then they took away my woods and put up people boxes. Just boxes with people in it. I'd rather have trees. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to get a surgery. And even though I need it desperately, I'm scared. Even if he said, we can do it next month, I don't think I can. Until I know, I could probably schedule it a couple months out and be fine with that. But until I know this thing is contained and stopping spreading and the hospitals are not full of it, I can't do it. I can't go down and go inside the food line. Do you think I can go up in a hospital? Can't do it. So I'm going to be relegated to dealing with this for a lot longer than I had hoped. But what you gonna do? So, well, I think I've bored you to tears. Can't think of nothing else. Seemed like if there was anything going on, I was going to tell you. I've been studying on alphabetizing my cookbooks. I have them sorted. So I got a bunch of Southern cookbooks from Susie. Because she's from North Carolina. So, no, she's from Alabama, but lives in North Carolina. I think maybe she's lived in North Carolina a long time. And they travel, and so she'll get cookbooks from where they travel to. So I've got a lot of North Carolina cookbooks and Southern cookbooks, and I separate them. When David bit with them shelves, I went through. Well, before that, I had already separated them. I went through and looked at every single book, and all the ones that are from North Carolina are authors, North Carolina authors, churches, communities, cookbooks type things. I put all the North Carolina together, and they're all together on the shelf, and all the just from southern states. No matter what the state, if it's a southern state, then I put all that together. So I've been studying on alphabetizing them, because I like to keep a note of, if I find a cookbook, what cookbook it's in, the recipe, and the page number. And I have little sticky notes in my menu planner. I have a page of just recipes to try, and so where I have the sticky notes, the ones to try, if they're from a cookbook, or if I did see one on a website, which is very rare, because I do most of my recipes from a book, unless I specifically set forth to find a recipe on the internet. I'll just get them thumbing through my books. I did find one pound dropper I'm going to try next week, because I got chicken breasts I need to use. I wanted something different. So I did specifically go on Pound Dropper's website to look for a chicken breast recipe, and I found one that I think is going to be really, really tasty. So I am next week, but that's next week. Here, we're only on Monday. So unless I flip my menu around, that won't be until next week, which I may flip it around. I don't know. So I thought about alphabetizing them, because like right now, I've pulled some out, got recipes, and where I pulled them out, then I put them back in the front of the stack. So I know, instead of trying to remember where was that book, then I just look in the front of the shelf. And those are the ones that I have looked at and found recipes in it. Well, if I had too many of them, then I still have to thumb through them, so I thought about just alphabetizing them, and that way I can just go straight down through there instead of having to read every last one of them, So I thought about doing that. I just ain't got around to it. See, even my projects are boring. I'm boring. I'm boring. Oh well, that's all I'm gonna say. I'll try to find something, because it keeps me finding things to video for y'all. I've told y'all before, makes me happy. I can feel like dirt, and then I go over there and start cooking, and all of a sudden then I feel, oh, my video's fixing to cut off. I have other videos I saved on there from my collab. It said I'm running out of room, so that was a good way to make me shut my mouth. So I'll talk to you later.